Sniper Ghost Warrior. The Sniper Ghost Warrior series began back in 2010, but those humble beginnings still pack a punch. This baby has 4 guns, a surprisingly deep single-player campaign, and lays the groundwork for the more advanced versions out today. It's a fantastic place to start for anyone new to the realistic side of snipers, but expect a step up in difficulty from Call of Duty sniping. A weather system will challenge you to find another sniper in dense fog before they find you. Other times, you'll have a high-profile general who needs a nice brain rearrangement from miles away. Compensate for bullet drop and wind speed, and manually control breathing to make sure you're able to make a clean kill before a cleaner escape. There are some breaks in between all the sniping for other missions as well, since the campaign centers around a South American revolution. That said, there's just enough action to break up the tenseness of the sniping missions and end up being great segues between. Sniper Elite 5. I have personal issues with Sniper Elite 5. That issue is that I'm too distracted looking at the beautiful scenery through my scope, leading to more deaths than I'm proud of. It might be my fault, but it's also on them for making the game look so damn good. The gameplay just adds to the experience, making it an incredibly immersive and realistic World War II sniper. Pick your loadout by customizing every part of the gun to fit the mission, from stock, barrel, and magazine to scope. Sniper Elite 5 takes the approach of being a third-person tactical shooter. That means you'll be climbing all over France to find a tactical sniping point to take down Nazis, accounting for all manner of conditions and staying hidden the whole time. Play solo or co-op through the excellent campaign that sees you trying to take back occupied France in 1944. The realism isn't just in the graphics, but the immersive sniping system that has you account for every little condition. The payoff is a kill cam of gore that would make a Mortal Kombat fighter jealous. Hitman: World of Assassination. It's hard to find a more famous stealth assassination game than Hitman, besides maybe Metal Gear Solid. Hitman keeps things much more real though, and despite the main campaign focusing on different assassination methods, the sniping excels. So much so that there's a dedicated mode called Sniper Assassin. It takes every available level from the modern Hitman trilogy and sets them up for what amounts to a sniper rifle only mode. You'll still need to find a vantage point and choose the best time to take them out. From there, it's all down to your method, taking a rifle and accounting for the entire environment before taking your shot. It can get a little overly difficult with different conditions for each mission, but I also suck at stealth games, so take that as you will. Despite how hard it can be to escape, there's something oddly satisfying about scoping out CEOs from a mile away. Even better when you can pull it off and walk away like nothing ever happened. That's not to mention that Hitman 1 through 3 are all in World of Assassination, and the main campaign is fun as hell. Sniper Elite VR. Self-explanatory enough, but Sniper Elite VR is not as easy as it may seem if you're coming from the regular Sniper Elite games. Hope you have steady hands because you're sure gonna need them. At least you don't have to lift the actual rifles though, because those things are heavy. Of course, the big draw here is the VR, but it doesn't just involve planting yourself with a sniper rifle and waiting. This is a fully immersive VR FPS, and you're gonna have to keep quiet sneaking around Axis powers in the campaign mode. Find a good nest, and you can begin picking off enemies one by one, using a bolt-action sniper rifle among others. Realistic physics accounts for gravity, bullet drop, and breath control will help you take out targets from leagues away. I'll go ahead with this warning. It's not great if you get motion sickness. The VR revised kill cam and X-ray are a cool idea, but it just ends up being a little too much for me. Don't let that keep you away though, because the tight gameplay and storyline are some of the best I've found in a VR FPS. Sniper Ghost Warrior 2. Sniper Ghost Warrior was a fantastic start, but Ghost Warrior 2 knocked it out of the freaking park. This game totally redesigned the weapon, weather, and ballistic system for the, at the time, next-gen consoles. The thing is, it's still one of the most realistic and best sniper experiences out there a decade later. I keep coming back to Ghost Warrior 2 when I want a challenge without being unfair. It's so well balanced in how it handles the setup of shots, with everything being immediately easy to read when it comes to wind speed and gravity. The coolest addition of Ghost Warrior 2 is that you can't just squeeze the trigger once you line up your shot. You'll need to have patience, just like the real thing, and take your time to make sure you don't totally fail the mission. The realism of the game doesn't stop with the bullets though, because the terrain will play a huge part. You'll be able to account for bullet penetration through walls and even night missions from massive distances. This game still has a huge player base, and it's evident why after playing just the first mission. Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2. Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 is the best, most realistic sniping game to date. Not to mention the incredible graphics, rendering the deserts and city oases throughout the Middle East in beautiful detail. It goes all out with the realism from there. The campaign is modern, with multiple real-life gun models featured, and customizable with scopes, stocks, and mounts. This game also has the longest sniping distances of any snipers to date, with over 1,000 meters for some shots. You'll account for all the usual bullet drop, wind speed, weather, and surroundings to hit the targets, if you can locate them. Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 wants to be the most realistic sniping game ever, and it's doing a damn fine job so far. Best of all, the game is keeping up with new missions and updates almost 3 years out. Even if you need to put it away for a little while to get a change of pace, Ghost Warrior Contracts 2 always has something new to come back to every few months. There you have it, our favorite titles in this genre. Thanks for watching, and feel free to share your favorite games in the comment section below. See you soon!